Welcome to the Daily Grind. I'm trying to wave my foam finger, but you can't see it. There it is. Hi, good morning, everybody. I've got a giant foam finger on that you literally just saw because I don't know how perception works, depth perception. I'm trying. Good morning, everybody. It is Wednesday, and on Wednesday, I get both of the Bucks. I get Uncle Buck, who has been sick this week. How are you feeling, brother? You look better.
Oh, I'm good. Nah, nothing's gonna keep me down at this point.
You like how I said you look better, and I haven't seen you this week? That's just rude. Yeah. I'm really sorry.
Well, I can tell you, I do look better than I did Monday.
You were texting us and said you looked like death, and anytime I feel like someone has to like go out of the way to make sure that you realize how bad they look, it's like, oh man, this dude's going through it. This dude is going through it.
Let me be honest with you just for a second. When I get sick, I want all the attention and all. Like I'm not a good patient. Like I want everybody to know what I'm going through, and so yeah, I'd very much look for pity when I don't feel good. Okay, come rub my belly, somebody.
I don't know why you didn't strike me as that kind of guy. That really cracks me up for some reason. Are you? How about you, Rusty Buckets? Are you a good patient as a medical man?
I am. I'm like, just leave me alone, man. I get in my bed, I get a book, I give me a drink. I'm like, just like, I don't need your attention. I don't need anything. Just leave me alone and let me just like get through this. I'm very much like a head down and suffer kind of guy. And the last thing I want is somebody watching me like sniveling and snotting or doing other things. And so just leave me alone.
Yeah, I think I'm like a weird mixture of both where I want to be left alone, but I'm also just making the most terrifying noises that people have to go look. And then I'm like, don't look at me.
Just let me know that you care somehow. Okay.
Yeah, let me know that you care. And then I'm going to scream at you when you do care.
You're kind of like a cat. Like I want your attention, but from over there, like stay over there, but make sure, acknowledge me, but stay over there.
Right.
Because if you touch me, I'm going to scratch you and bite you. Shout out cats. But back to the Daily Grind, and shout out Wayno too. Thank you for staying up with us, brother. I got the time zone right this time. We are in the middle of free agency, start of free agency, and we are on day 3. Day 4. I think technically today is day 4, but we're covering the day 3 news. It's starting to slow down. I mean, obviously, as all the big names get taken off the board and what have you, the names are just starting to get few and far between, the ones that are actually signing. And I guess more so the names that are actually going to matter. I mean, the names yesterday, we went through and we were like, good God, it's a bunch of re-signings from third tier dudes. Yesterday started off with a bang, though. It started off while we were in the middle of the show with Donovan Mitchell getting extended for 3 years, $150 million, and a player option. I don't want to speak for you guys. I expected, I think once the tea leaves started appearing that, well, let me rephrase that. Once it appeared that the Knicks were Brunson's team and there was no place for Donovan Mitchell for what he envisioned in New York, I think it was just kind of like, well, why would you not leave? Why would you stay with it? Why would you leave?
Me,
yeah, go ahead, Uncle.
For me, I think all the tea leaves changed when they fired JB. Apparently things just went sour because everybody had Jared Allen in trade rumors. Donovan Mitchell's going to walk. Everything's bad. We hate each other. And then they're just going to run it back. And Spider signs a 3-year, $150 million extension. And everybody's happy,
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, time heals all wounds, and so does cash. And if you're going to throw $150 million at somebody, I think their outlook on that city drastically improves. Listen, Cleveland, Ohio. If you're watching this show, if you want to pay me $150 million to live there, I would consider moving.
Man, I think
Cleveland,
I would
Ohio.
Too.
If you would like to pay me $150 to live there,
I don't know, $150, man. And have you been to Cleveland recently? No shade to Cleveland.
No, but I just know what Joe Kim Noah told me, and nobody.
Shout out Joe Kim Noah.
Yeah.
Another deal that happened yesterday, and this James Wiseman signed with the Pacers.
Ooh.
That was
big deal.
Big deal. I mean, I think it seemed like every so often on Twitter, X, pardon me, it'd be like, who wants to take a flyer on James Wiseman? I feel bad for that kid. I think that kid kind of had a
he's
not
never,
a rough.
He's never really
He
had.
didn't have a good. Yeah. You were thinking the exact same thing.
You never had the best opportunity. And there's a funny meme that comes out every time he's posted on Twitter, like you're talking about on X. One of the comments is a picture of an old record player, and it says, "It's broken, but might be fun to fix." And that's how everybody feels apparently about Wiseman, because it's broken, but if you can fix that dude, like there were like when he was coming to Memphis and coming out of high school, generational type big talent, and the talent is there. You see it in spurts, but it's just something's missing. The wires don't cross, or they are crossed, or something got like. It's unfortunate he never had the chance to blossom.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't understand why he didn't. I guess Golden State panicked when they took him at 2, but typically if somebody spends a number 2 pick on you, the draft capital alone allows you a little bit of runway to get your feet under you, but it's pretty bad from the start. But I don't always think it's a basketball thing with him too, the way he just bailed on college, and I don't really have much time for him. Rusty sent the little tweet in our group message saying that he was not going to be extended with whoever he was with, Detroit. Right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I was like, don't even think about that. There's no chance in the world that I want James Wiseman on this team.
Wayno in the comments is right. Wiseman's most consistent thing is his inconsistency. I think he's missing it between his ears is the biggest thing, because he's been like there's been drama around him since high school. And I think that the biggest thing, and no offense to Wiseman, he's probably a lot smarter than I am, which again, it's not hard to do, but just feels like the biggest thing is missing is between his ears.
Wiseman is a poor man's Anthony Rudolph. Wayno, I love it. Try to think what else happened. The Magic have continued just re-signing their dudes.
They're bigs, especially.
Yeah, Jonathan Isaac, Mo Wagner. And then they re-signed 1 or 2 guys yesterday. They're just kind of making these small deals that I like how they're building that team. I like what they're doing down there in the Magic Kingdom.
It leaves one big out there. I know Rusty and I recorded our $2 sports show last night early, and it leaves Wendell Carter there on a deal that's very affordable, and they've got a lot more money invested in Isaac, and then they've got a third center with Wagner. Is it a little bit more gettable now that is Rusty, what's his name?
Wendell Carter Jr.
Wendell Carter Jr. Is he gettable now? More gettable.
Well, everybody else is signing. Everybody on Magic. The Magic are signing all their other guys right now. Like even their lower tier dudes are getting re-signed. It's interesting.
It's very, very glaring that there's one name that has not come out. Now, he doesn't have to be restructured, but they haven't talked about him at all. And like Drew said, I've been on this. I posted this in an article on bluffcity.co last week when we were talking about draft preview, and I thought it was a great gettable big, especially now that we have Wendell Carter. Now that we have Zach Edey, I think Wendell Carter Jr. is a great second option. He's like a bigger Brandon Clark. He does a lot of things that Edey does well. He's kind of a hybrid between the two. You know, he's not like a rim-to-rim kind of runner, but he's athletic and can finish lobs. He can get rebounds. Biggest thing is, he's had some health issues last year, but overall his career, he's been, pretty decently healthy. He averages just shy of 9 rebounds a game. Bro, if we had a 9 rebounds per game big, like we wouldn't know what to do with ourselves. We had that with Steven Adams. Jaron didn't average more than 3 in his entire career. But if you throw a big body like Wendell Carter in there that can bang with the bigs and still be athletic, I love that as another big option for us.
Yeah, I think the dude's a hooper too. I love Wendell Carter Jr. is a guy that I would just really love to see here. What else was signed? So Monty Morris signed with the Suns. Oh yeah, go ahead. What you got, Buckets?
I was going to say one thing that kind of stuck out to me. Shout out Kemba Walker. He officially retired yesterday. Kemba Walker will always be one of my favorite NBA players, favorite basketball players, because he won me $180 one time. And when I was in PT school, everybody did a March Madness bracket. We all threw like $20 in or whatever. And I watched UConn in the Big East tournament, and he was just murdering people. And I just picked him to win it all. And my bracket was so bad that if UConn won, then I won the overall because I was the only one that picked UConn. But if they didn't, I was going to finish like 12th out of like 20 or whatever it was. It was awful. Like my bracket was terrible. And Kemba Walker won me $180. So I've always been big on Kemba Walker. So shout out retirement. Happy trails, Kemba Walker.
Happy trails, Kemba. Kemba's great. One of those dudes that I just feel like nobody has a bad thing to say about. Good guy. Monty Morris signing with the Suns. I think that's. I don't know what they're signing. Anyone that they can sign on a minimum. I don't know. Last two major signings that I'd like to talk about are two ex-Grizzlies. Mainly just one of them. Tillman re-signed with the Celtics. I think the Celtics had to do that just because. I mean, Kristaps is going to be out. Yeah, they need depth, especially with Kristaps being out with that crazy injury he's got for at least a year. They need as much big depth as they can get. It's a 2-year deal, really solid deal. The Kyle Anderson to Golden State, man, that one sucks. Because Golden State's just going now and they're just picking everybody from that roster that almost beat them 2-3 years ago, and they're just taking them all. And it's like,
I hate it.
I hate it too. It's just it's really upsetting. Like I like Slow-Mo. I think I wanted to go. I think Slow-Mo for the MLE. If you can go sign Slow-Mo to the MLE, I think any team should do that. Like I just think that he's that good and offers that much everywhere. He's not who I want to see in a Warriors uniform at all.
He's one of those guys that like do anything for you. His shot takes 3 to 5 business days, but it goes in. He can fill it up some nights for you. He's a great veteran presence. I hate it. I do because it fits really well on that team that's trying to recuperate after losing Clay and figure out their identity and what they're going to be in this as the dynasty collapses. And I couldn't be happier for it. But yeah, this is kind of a bummer.
I just don't. Honestly, Kyle Anderson's one thing. I just hate that DeAnthony Melton's on that team. Because DeAnthony Melton, I was telling Rusty last night on the 2 Buck Sports Show that of all the guys that have left, sans Tyus Jones, DeAnthony Melton is the one that I think I've missed the most. Just the personality, just the hustle. I always thought we never, and I still to this day don't think we've seen the full potential of DeAnthony Melton because for one reason or another, no one just wants to give him 25 minutes a game. And I just love DeAnthony Melton, and it really stinks to see him playing next to
that was Wayno.
Shout out Wayno.
Shout out Wayno. Dead to me, Kyle Anderson and Melt. I'm with you though, man.
They are dead.
It's like either injury. Like I thought he was going to really find it this past year with the Sixers, and then he missed half the season because he was hurt. It's like right when he goes somewhere where it's like, yeah, man, that you're going to get it. It's right. His potential is not realized, and
which means he's going to find it in Golden. Yeah, it means he's going to find it in Golden State. Like it's going to work there because I don't want it to. Right? That's just dumb. Yeah. It's angry.
I just know if. Another thing with Kyle Anderson, I would say he guarded Luka way bad. I think he was the best at guarding Luka on that Timberwolves team. His defense, I just think that that's something that if I'm playing Golden State, I'm going to be so frustrated to have to go and play D-Melt, play Slow-Mo, and play a washed-up Draymond. Like that's still that's a nasty defensive team, and I'm just gonna get frustrated playing against that.
He's the perfect Swiss Army knife because he's got a lot of tools in there. But if you ever just need one tool, like if you just need scissors, the last pair of scissors you want to rely on is a Swiss Army knife scissors. Or like you'd rather, you don't want to cut a steak with a Swiss Army knife. It's like he's got all the tools there. But none of them are like elite, and stand alone. But he's just the perfect teammate. He's perfect guy to bring off your bench. I love Slow-Mo.
Yeah. I like what Wayno said in the comment, though. We've got a better Melton in Vince. I think Vince does all the things that Melton did for us, and I think Vince does them better because Vince can score. Vince is young. He's very, very athletic. Again, like we talked about this last night, we're just scratching the surface of Gigi and Vince and some of this talent here. Like, those guys are great, happy memories, but this is probably the best roster we've ever had talent-wise. Ever. Give me Vince and his potential right now over DeAnthony Melton for sure.
Yeah, I agree. We're going to stick on the Warriors a little bit because one move we didn't talk about it much because I don't think it's official yet. There's a big rumor also they might get Buddy Hield. If they're able to get Buddy Hield, Slow-Mo, and Melt, those are 3 guys that I think will thrive on that team. I just hate that. It's like I still don't think they're going to be good, but I think they're going to be more they're going to be more frustrating to play, and that pisses me off.
Yeah.
You know, like it's like it's going to be a 5-game series instead of a 4-game series, and it's like I don't want to play that extra game.
Yeah. They got put out of the play-in last year, and I don't think anything that I've seen in the offseason this year makes me think that they're not going to be in the play-in again next year.
Well, we talked yesterday. I actually think they might not make the play-in next year. Switching gears a little bit, we're going to Draymond Green's still on this team. Draymond Green is a guy that got paid. He's a guy that Wayno thinks would be ejected in game 2 if we played in a series. Shout out Wayno. He's a guy that I feel like needs to be talked about because yesterday, it's so funny. The dude is so narcissistic how amidst all this Clay news where the dude's clearly going through it, he had to make it's a big, this dude's leaving after getting shunned by this organization. And it takes Draymond all of 2 seconds to make the news about him and have a big, I'm sad Clay's gone. And then be like, oh, by the way, I almost went to Memphis last year. It's just like, come on, dude. It's the most Draymond thing ever. And it's just I'm over it. It's like, bro, why do you think it's news to be like, yeah, I almost went to Memphis last year, but then I was convinced to stay by the ownership? Was it because they paid you? I don't, it's the most, I hate that I don't like Clay, really. I like him better than Draymond. And it's just like the fact that Draymond just went like, da, 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 I'm going to make it today about me, kind of upset me. It's just like, dude, I don't want you. I didn't want you on this team last year. I think it would have been like a blah, 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 a good fit, whatever, like replacing Dylan Brooks. I don't want him. You punch a dude on your team. Like, I don't want you. I don't want him. I would never have wanted, as much as he thinks that he would fit here. I don't know. No, I don't know. I don't know. I want to hear your guys' thoughts on that.
Yeah, he gets
you guys
were
making the same face. You guys were making the exact same face.
Listen, Draymond Green adores LeBron James. He sucks up to LeBron James his whole life. He's always catering to LeBron in offseason and stuff. And he's just taking this page directly out of a LeBron James playbook. He's got to make everything about me. I did not know that was a thing. You know, it's not last night. It's not surprising to me that Memphis would want him or that he would think that he's a good fit for the Grizzlies because he probably is. You know, he would be the ultimate test as to, you know, the guy you hate is on your team. Can you love him? Test, you know, and I've passed that test several times with Matt Barnes and and Steven Adams, but I don't know if I could pass it with Draymond. But it's just sour grapes, and it's, you know, Dallas showed, and there were other teams that showed that they desired Clay, and Draymond re-signed with the Warriors, but he had to let everybody know that the Warriors just weren't the only team that wanted me. The Grizzlies also wanted me. You know, just I had to show that he was wanted by somebody. It's just kind of petty, and that's what you get when all your best players in the NBA have their own podcast now. It can just say whatever
they want
goes through their head.
Two things on Draymond. We soured on Dylan pretty quick. I think we'd have soured even quicker on Draymond. I don't want anybody in my team kicking people in the nards. And what is it with these Warrior teams using the Grizz for publicity? These Warriors players, right? Like Draymond, Iguodala on his sob tour when we wouldn't just let him walk and all that. Like just keep us at your mouth, man. Like clearly we're rent free in his head still. You know, he wants to talk about, you know, telling Dylan Brooks, like, shout out Wayno in the comments, I'm not sure your teammates even like you and you want to act like you're better than Memphis, but clearly we are rent free in your head. When you talk about us on your championship parade, you talk about us in the media as a team that wanted you. Like he wants to be a Grizzly so bad his teeth hurt. And he's just not one of us. Like you're not one of us. You're outside the fold, right? Like I can't stand Iguodala for all he said about us, and Draymond is quickly becoming that same type player for me.
Yep, I think it would be really funny if Kleiman or someone just tweeted, "Sources can confirm, no." I would just laugh. They just shot it down.
Pull a John Morant and just like caption tweet it, like quote tweet it with a cap. And that's all it's got to say, just the cap.
yes. It's just I'm over. And you know who's been quiet through all of this? Steph Curry. The poor dude's just like, what's happening? What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? I do not feel bad for them, though. We're going to take a break. And when we get back, we are going to draft. We introduced this segment a couple weeks back. It's draft day, not the movie. Draft day, not the movie. Right after this break. And hopefully the commercial plays and I get to watch it right after this break.
I think people knew, at least towards the end of the year, Penny mentioned his mom being sick and battling throat cancer, I think it was, and different things. But like, he really opened up about it. I don't know that anybody knew about his mom having a stroke mid-season, leaves a shoot around, goes home to find his mom on the floor, and then had to basically leave her to still go coach a game.
It's crazy.
Like, I can't, it puts things into perspective. It's just like, some things are more important than basketball. And so, yeah, to your point of him being distracted or focused on taking care of or the health of his mother, like, totally understandable. So no wonder a part of him probably feels personally attacked. I think if that had been out, and I'm not saying he should have put that out, like totally,
no,
it's family,
absolutely not.
Privacy, whatever. I'm just saying, had it been out and people known that, I think he would have been given a lot more slack for what had occurred during the season.
Tune in to Tigers Untapped with TJ Willis and Trey Lasley every Wednesday at 3 p.m. on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
I don't know that there's been a more polarizing prospect in recent memory than Edey. I mean, everyone just had wild opinions on him. You find guys, people whose opinion I really respect in the draft community, who had Zach Edey number one. You'll also find people whose opinion I really respect who had Zach Edey in the 20s or 30s. So he was all over the place. I settled with him as a top 10 guy in this class. And, you know, I've told a couple people I kind of want to edit my draft board now and put him like top 3 because I just think the Grizzlies are a perfect fit for him. Like, this makes so much sense. And I think the more you think about it and the more you look at what he does well and what he brings, it's perfect, man. It really is a perfect fit.
Tune in to The Anthony Sane Show, Wednesdays and Fridays at 12 p.m. weekly on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
Welcome back to the Daily Grind. Guess who saw both those commercials?
Let's go.
Catch them both. Man, also shout out Penny Hardaway. I think I definitely interrupted a clearly sad, somber-ish commercial the first day. And I was like, I can't see commercials. You can catch all of those shows. You can catch Sane Show. You can catch $2 Sports Show. Are you guys coming out today? Or,
Friday.
No,
Normal time, 3 o'clock.
You just record. Okay. Then we've got, what is today's Wednesday? Saints today.
Mm-hmm.
Grizz 901 was last night. It's still 4th of July, but we still got shows coming out. I won't have a show, but $2 will be here. Sane will be here. We still got stuff. And you can find them at bluffcitymedia.co. I thought you were typing, Uncle Buck. I saw your hands and I was like, no, it was sick. I was like, oh man, he is prepping for a new segment that we like to call Draft Day, not the movie. Draft Day, not the movie. Around the show, we like movies. Draft Day is not one of them. It's a very absurd look at how they draft in the NFL starring Kevin Costner. Shout out Kevin Costner. So around here, what we like to do is we just like to draft things. You know, it's a day for drafts. We drafted championship rosters for the first segment. That was really fun. With the 4th of July being tomorrow, we're going to draft a summer meal, a summer food, like something along the lines that you would take to a family barbecue, a family reunion, a family function. You know, like think that outside family fun. We're going to be drafting an entree, a side, a beverage, a dessert, and a wild card item. This can be anything you want. If you want to do 2 entrees, go for it. If you want to do 2 sides, go for it. If you want to do 2 desserts like a wild man, you can do that too. This will be a snake draft. Should we double up? Yeah, let's double up. We're going to have to double up or else someone doesn't. Yeah. So I've got a little dice. We're going to do who wants pick a 1, 2s, or 3s.
2s.
3s. I don't know. It's a weird looking dice. It's very confusing, obviously.
Well, it's also, I was going to do number divisibles of 3, but it's a 13, which is a prime number. So we're going to roll again. 20. So
Deuce.
Yeah, Rusty will go first, and Rusty will go first. You'll go second. So I'll go last. So, all right. And you can go with any order you want. If you want to go dessert right now, you can.
I'm going to start with entrees. I'm going to bring, because everything starts and ends with food with me, and I'm a big entree guy. Love that. So I'm a proud son, native son of the great state of Mississippi, and we are known for one thing. We export catfish like no other. Give me fried catfish. My family is big on fish fries. My mom's boyfriend's got a giant cast iron cooker. So my entree is fried catfish with some lemon and onion on the side. Let's go.
Man, I was really surprised you went that way.
Me too, but I love catfish, but I was surprised as well.
Okay, well, I'm next then. So I've got my number one on my entree, and there's nothing more important for a cookout than an entree. My 101 is still on the board. And everybody loves the cookout that's got steak. I mean, you can have barbecue, or you can have burgers, you can have hot dogs, but there's nothing better than going to somebody's house and they're like, you know what? We got steaks. And so a nice medium rare steak on the charcoal, and you can't beat it.
Man. Okay. So entrees I feel like entrees is the way to go. My entree's still on the board. And so I feel like I get to pick 2 in a row. So I'm going to pick side first, and I'm going to pick potato salad.
Oh, good call. That was one of my sides. Good call.
You could have given me 1,000 picks.
I know.
I would not have gotten potato salad.
Shut up.
That was one of mine. That was definitely top 2 for me.
I love potato salad. Okay, and then the entree. So I'm gonna do. So I don't know. I'm gonna do. Let me elaborate. Chicken, but I'm talking like. This includes fried chicken, like you have fried chicken. You also have chicken on the grill. Like I love barbecue chicken on the grill. So this is kind of like I'm cheating a little bit.
You're just gonna take all chickens.
All chicken. Chicken and potato salad.
Well, dang.
All right.
You got everything on that one. Good pick.
Sorry,
good
guys.
Pick.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Good answer.
Yeah.
Here, I'll say fried chicken. How about that? I'll narrow it down to fried chicken.
No, you're good. Hey, it's your show.
You got chicken. You got all chicken.
You get chicken. All right. Well, I feel like this is just lining up my way, and I'm gonna take my side next, and it's gonna be a loaded baked potato, also on the grill, because in this scenario, I'm just putting everything on the grill. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
And
okay.
One-stop shop.
than a potato. On a grill.
One-stop shop. Love that.
Some salt
the
inside the
logistics of it,
aluminum
too.
foil.
Yeah. So I get 2 in a row now, and this is lined up beautifully for me because I get my side and my beverage, and I couldn't be happier about it because it's just going to work out beautifully. So my side is everybody's favorite. Give me some good old greasy, cheesy mac and cheese, man. Just pile it on my plate. I just want a mountain of mac and cheese next to my catfish on my plate. Let's go. Keep those vegetables far away. Give me mac and cheese.
No vegetables.
Give me fried
Get the
catfish.
veggies out of here.
And then my beverage, again, I'm a proud son of the great state of Mississippi, and the official beverage of the state of Mississippi are
Already writing it
lattes.
down.
Lattes. Bush lattes. Give me Bush Light, baby. Bush Light all day. I'm cracking them all day. Drew knows me well. That's my beverage of choice. Like, you give me any opportunity to drink Bush Light, and I am all in. So Bush Light is my beverage of choice.
Man, you said lattes, and I was like, I think he's full of shit.
Yeah,
He is. It's a special kind of latte.
I was like, I don't think that's a drink in Mississippi.
Yeah. And I'm thinking 4th of July. I'm thinking.
Well, you cutting? It's my turn. No, it's your turn. I gotta wait.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
Yeah,
no,
you're
I
on the
didn't
end.
plan. Okay.
So it's hot outside. It's 4th of July. Yes, a light beer is a choice. It's a choice that's going to be very popular on the polls. But for all the others out there, sangria a big tub of sangria with
Fancy,
the
man.
fruits and everything in it. It's refreshing by the pool.
Fancy, man.
Yeah, it's dangerous, very dangerous,
Pinky's out.
but it's very tasty.
Pinky's out with our sangria.
Pinky's out, everybody.
That's
Pinky's
good.
out.
Hey, listen, that's a good call. Absolutely a good call.
Okay, so I get 2 now, right? Right. Okay, so I'm gonna drink. I'm trying to send everybody into a food coma here. You know, I want everybody to be like when they're done.
Yes.
I want, and it's the South. I want a big old pitcher sweet tea.
Yeah.
I don't
That's
want
a solid choice.
You are not allowed at my function if you drink on sweet tea. There is nothing there's nothing worse on God's green earth than when you go for a glass of sweet tea and it's not been sweetened yet and you haven't been told.
That's that terrorist tea. No thanks.
This
is July 4th, and you're gonna insult America with unsweet tea. Get out of here.
Give me a cat, a baby, or a bird just so I can kick it.
That's it. We fought a war. Absolutely. Drew's absolutely right.
Over it. So that's gonna be my beverage. So I got dessert and wild card. So what do you guys have?
I got dessert and wild card.
Yeah.
Okay.
Coming down to this.
I'm gonna do wild card first, and I'm gonna take cornbread.
Ooh, cornbread. Not on my radar, but excellent choice.
Yeah, I love cornbread.
Yeah.
Love it. And then I gotta wait till it comes back.
Okay, you're up.
So I'm gonna go dessert first because obviously there's nothing better. Yeah. There's nothing more patriotic. There's nothing more Southern and appropriate than a big tub of banana pudding. Right,
you are, dude. Right, you are. I forgot. Man, I knew there was going to be one dessert that I just forgot about that was going to come in and just really make me mad that I didn't. And that's it.
Yeah. And I like it cold, so it works well outdoors during the 4th of July celebrations.
Yeah.
Gosh, I'm so hungry now.
Yeah, same. I'm sitting there like, man, I need breakfast before I go to work. But all right, so I've got dessert and wild card, and I'm torn. I'm a big fruit dessert guy. Uncle Buck was smart going banana pudding because there's 2 fruit desserts that I love in the summer. Oh man, so I'm kind of torn. I love peach cobbler, but I'm a big strawberry guy. I'm going strawberry shortcake. I love just give me like the little individual ones with the fresh strawberries on top and the whipped cream. Like I'm a big strawberry guy. Strawberry shortcake is like the definition of a summer dessert for me. So strawberry shortcake is my dessert. My wild card is an activity. If you watch the 2 Buck Sports Show on Friday, you'll know that my family is big on playing sports. That's what we do. You know, every cookout, every family reunion, we play something. And there's nothing more fun than tying your aunt in a knot with a wiffle ball or throwing a knuckleball that your nephew chases in the dirt or absolutely mashing a hung 1-0 curveball into Mimi's daylilies. Just with the little bitty red plastic bat. I look like I'm holding a toothpick up there, but he throws that inside curveball and I'm turning on it, son. And so give me wiffle ball. I love playing. We've played softball. We've played touch football. My family's played basketball. Like we're big sports people, but I'm taking wiffle ball specifically because that is so much fun.
That's good call.
You know, I really thought I was thinking outside of the box because I was thinking the same thing with an activity with my wild card. And I was like, oh, they're probably going to balk at this because they've all got another food that they're going to add. And I'm going to add cornhole.
That's a good call. That was on my short list. Yeah.
So it's just there's nothing more patriotic. You know, every set of cornhole boards either has a college or NFL team's logo on it or an American flag. And there's just nothing.
Or the Buc-ee's logo.
The Buc-ee's logo. Yeah. It's cornhole for me. It's the most fun game to play with a group of friends out in the yard.
Man, well, it's a great game because you can play it and still eat and still drink. It doesn't require a ton of activity like wiffle ball. It's the best as what's his name in Rookie of the Year says it's the best of both worlds.
Garrett Busey?
No, it wasn't Garrett Busey. It was the other little skinny guy with glasses that gets locked in a cage.
The guy's locked in a cage.
Locked in a cage. Yeah. He's talking about icy hot. It's hot and it's cold. It's the best of both worlds.
I haven't thought about that movie forever.
Deep reference. You're welcome.
Yeah. Man, you guys thought outside the box. I did not think as outside the box, but like I've got dessert left. As my function's wrapping up, everybody's gonna be like, wait a minute, there's no dessert. Luke didn't bring dessert. And then you're going to hear, I don't know what song. It's the first song to get in my head. You're going to see an ice cream truck pull up, and they're going to roll the window down, and it's going to be bomb pop, bomb pop, bomb pop, bomb pop, bomb pop. He's just going to be shooting bomb pops out at everybody, and everybody's going to get a bomb pop. You're going to be covered. I'm so excited. My headphones are coming out. You're going to be covered in red and blue and yellow. That stuff's going to be everywhere, and you're just going to be like, bomb pop. So my wild card is going to be bomb pop straight out of the ice cream machine. Or dessert,
I'm gonna say
dessert.
I'm gonna say you win the cookout though if you have the cookout that employs an ice cream truck.
Yeah.
Well, so it might be me driving the ice cream truck, and that might be a little bit more concerning. You know, it's because it's like, one, where did Luke get an ice cream truck?
Come on, kids, we're got ice cream inside.
Exactly, it's more concerning initially than fun, but you're going to come around to it, which I guess is that's our show. You know, it's more concerning than fun, but you come around to it, I guess, right?
We're an acquired taste.
Yeah, acquired taste. Yes, that is going to do it for our show today. Thank you for joining me, y'all.
Yes, sir.
Wednesdays, I love Wednesdays now. I got both y'all. I got both the Bucks. Thanks for at home watching. Thanks, Wayno. Thanks, DG. Everybody, thank you for hanging out. Everybody have a happy 4th. I'm not going to be here tomorrow. I'm going to be taking off to shoot fireworks and stuff. Yeah. You guys, show will be dropping on Friday.
Dropping on Friday. Hope to see everybody there with all 10 fingers. Please let go of the firework. Do not hold on to it.
Was it JPP?
Put it in a jar, folks.
JPP. It's JPP.
Shout out JPP.
Happy JPP Day to all that celebrate.
Happy JPP Day. Everybody be safe and enjoy your JPPs. Remember 2 things if I leave you with them. Remember to be a little weird and remember to smile. Everybody have a good day and happy 4th.